Contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not a girl, so most of the anime I've watched are targeted towards men. Like, I'm pretty sure I only completed 2 shoujo anime. I watched one because it inspired Shadow the Hedgehog, and the other because I needed to answer the age-old question. Would you date a deaf girl or a blind one? Now, I know the Shadow one sounds a lot more intriguing, but that's a video for another day because I really want to read the manga first. For now, I want to talk about sign of affection because I really need one right now. I'm so touch-starved. Why is every woman I know in a relationship? A sign of affection centers around this deaf girl named Snow and her blossoming relationship between her and itsuomi. Oh my god, is this how JJK fans feel? I'm not gonna lie, a lot of romance anime have started rubbing me the wrong way because they usually involve a self-insert boy and his hijinks with a cute girl who probably owns a shrine dedicated to the boy but is too embarrassed to tell him. These shows are wish fulfillment for virgins. Whoa, no need to look at my AniList. So I was excited to watch a romance anime from a feminine perspective. Snow owns a shrine dedicated to itsuomi but is too embarrassed to tell him. I mean, at least I still got Nagatoro. Yeah, apparently feminism has tricked me into thinking women don't want to submit to a cool sexy man. But no, they do. They want to be kissed without consent, and please don't actually do that. I left out some important context. Like, just look, this girl is causing torrential rains because she's constantly wet whenever itsuomi's around. What actually encouraged me to watch this anime, however, was the animation. There's a lot of sign language in the show, and it's so beautifully animated. I expect nothing less from the studio who worked on How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I mean, I was a little concerned that this would end up like your typical anime romance where they forget there's more to a relationship than just getting flustered whenever someone of the opposite sex gets within your personal space, but that's on me because I should have seen the signs of affection. Yeah, there's a lot of affection in the show because Snow and itsuomi start dating halfway through. I've always considered romances with language barriers a little intriguing, like, could one work? How do you even form a romance if you're unable to speak to each other? Sign of affection isn't literally that because Snow can lip read and use text to communicate, but I find it really endearing that itsuomi progressively learns sign language, slowly closing the minor language barrier between the two. One thing that stood out about the anime is the fact that there are 2 other romance subplots unfolding alongside the main one. I know this isn't exclusive to shoujo anime, but that's 10% of the male-targeted romances I've watched versus shoujo's 100%. I mean, I know this might not sound impressive because I've only watched one shoujo romance, but if school has taught me anything during my 12 years wasted in it, it's that Hitler was a Nazi. Yeah, I bet you can't separate the art from the artist now. What's funny about the first subplot though is that Snow and her friend walk into the bar that Gojo and his friend work at, and they both basically end up picking a boy each. It feels so convenient, especially with how little chemistry the two share. Like Snow, it's basically the girl aggressively lusting over the guy, just without the sauce. I guess at the end of the day, this is a girl self-insert romance just like we have a boy self-insert romances, but I mean, would it hurt to let me insert myself into Snow? The biggest surprise from the show has to be the second romance subplot though. What is it, honey? No, I wasn't saying I wanted to have sex with another woman. Look, you're beautiful. Don't worry, I'm not dissatisfied. Now fucking scram. Shoot, I'm recording a YouTube video. The first romance subplot kinda just happens before I could learn either of the characters' names. I was even worried based on Snow and her friend that the entire show would be about 2 girls constantly breaking down at the mere thought of their man. Oh, and Snow has a rival too. But that second subplot came in and saved me. Shin gets introduced halfway into the series but is only on screen for a minute. He doesn't appear again for a few episodes before they dedicate an entire episode to him, with the second half being a flashback. His flashback also fleshes out Emma, who I wished was the first person to fall asleep during a sleepover. Throughout the series, she's constantly trying to get into Gojo's pants, which is only a little problematic because Gojo is dating Snow. Although I think my hatred of her was less about finding her annoying and more so because they only showed that side of her. But with this new flashback, now that shows about 3 girls and 1 guy constantly breaking down at the mere thought of their crush. It's only when Shin is introduced that we see his perspective of Emma, and let me tell you, Shin, I get it, man. I see her the same way too now. Look, babe, it's not what you think. I enjoyed my time with the Sign of Affection for sure. Shoujo romances are uncharted waters for me, and if they ever make a season 2, that would be enough of a reason to keep my Crunchyroll subscription. Just keep in mind, this was my first shoujo romance anime, and the manga is one of the higher rated ones, so most shoujo could also share the same shortcomings that male targeted romances do. But these types of shows are definitely more of a casual watch, like I was already having enough trouble writing the script. I mean, there is very clearly a lot of nuances when it comes to deaf representation, but I don't want to research this ugly, sneaky girl's disability for this video. From my perspective, this show is just about 2 people getting all lovey-dovey while a love pentagon waits outside their door. I mean, it got so bad I had to resort to joking about how attractive the characters are, which is in bad taste, and I apologize for my lapse in judgment. What I did was wrong, and I hope all of you find it in your hearts to forgive me. This is TeleBlue, signing out. Stay scrunkly. Where am I? Holo? Holo. Come on. I'm sorry, I really am. I really mean it. Anything you want, I'll do anything for you. Come on. You name it, Holo. Anything. It'll be done.
Why aren't you saying anything? Come on. The pantry, I'll fill it up with wine. Any wine you want, even the expensive kind, come on. That was easy. Wait, what's that?